The Beatles, the iconic British rock group that emerged in 1960, went on to become one of the most influential and commercially successful bands of all time. With timeless songs like Here Comes the Sun, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and All You Need Is Love, the Fab Four permanently reshaped the direction of popular music. Dedicated followers of the band are well aware that many of their most celebrated recordings carry fascinating histories behind them. One particular composition by George Harrison stands out, a song that easily could have become a major Beatles hit, yet instead found its true life during Harrison's solo era, for reasons that remain especially compelling. George Harrison's reputation as a songwriter has only grown with time. His contributions were so respected that Rolling Stone placed him at number 65 on its list of the greatest songwriters of all time, ranking him just behind Burt Burns. To this day, some fans argue that Harrison was actually the most gifted songwriter within the Beatles themselves. Whether or not that claim can ever be settled, what is undeniable is the magnitude of the loss when Harrison died in November 2001 at the age of 58 following a battle with lung cancer. The music world lost an artist of remarkable depth and sensitivity. Harrison was responsible for several essential Beatles tracks, including I Want to Tell You, It's All Too Much, and the enduring classic, Here Comes the Sun. Still, not every song he wrote found a place on the band's official releases. One notable example is Isn't It a Pity? Harrison originally wrote the song in 1966, but it was set aside and left unreleased at the time. Over the years, he repeatedly suggested it for inclusion on various Beatles projects, including what would eventually become their final studio album, Let It Be, released in May 1970. According to Harrison's own accounts, John Lennon dismissed the song on multiple occasions. At one point, Harrison even entertained the idea of offering it to legendary vocalist Frank Sinatra instead. Following the band's breakup, Harrison remained deeply attached to Isn't It a Pity? His belief in the song was so strong that he ultimately included it on his third solo album, All Things Must Pass, which arrived in November 1970. The track appeared in two different versions, one of them stretching past 7 minutes in length. The song became a major commercial triumph and has since been frequently described by critics as the finest composition the Beatles ever chose not to release. In his 1980 autobiography, I, Me, Mine, Harrison explained that the song reflected moments when relationships fall into difficult territory. Rather than responding with anger or violence, he chose to express those feelings through music. He suggested that disappointment often works both ways, and that people frequently hurt one another by failing to give back emotionally. Later, in a separate interview with Billboard, Harrison described the song as a reflection on both himself and society at large, pointing out how easily people take one another for granted and neglect reciprocity. Frank Sinatra's attitude toward the Beatles was famously conflicted. At times, he was openly dismissive of their sound and image. In promotional material for his 1965 album A Man and His Music, Sinatra mocked the younger generation of pop performers, contrasting them unfavorably with his own style and implying fatigue with shaggy-haired singers dominating the charts. Yet despite this skepticism, Sinatra occasionally acknowledged the Beatles' talent when he felt it was deserved. A clear example of this came with Harrison's composition, Something. Sinatra famously praised the track, referring to it as the greatest love song written in the previous half-century. His admiration ran so deep that he not only performed the song live, but also recorded it twice himself. Something was not the only Beatles song to earn Sinatra's approval. He also recorded his own rendition of Yesterday. According to Billy Joel, Sinatra's decision to cover Beatles material played a crucial role in legitimizing the band among older or more skeptical listeners. Joel suggested that Sinatra's endorsement carried enormous weight, especially among those who had previously dismissed the Beatles, prompting them to reconsider the group's significance once they realized that even Frank Sinatra saw greatness in their work.